And we can start with the Pledge of Allegiance. Gina, can you lead us, please?
Yes, if we can please stand and put our hands over our heart. Okay, ready, begin. Pledge allegiance
To
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic
for which it
for which
stands,
stands one nation,
nation,
under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gina. Okay, I don't believe there's anyone here to address the Personnel Commission. Ladies, were you able to review the minutes?
Yes.
Yes.
I have a question though on the minutes. Where are my minutes? Before we make a motion. On the minutes, it says on the top that there's an unapproved minutes from the regular meeting of April 20th. Do we have unapproved minutes?
Oh,
Of April 20th, it says May 18th.
No, on the
Maybe they
top.
put the wrong date on the agenda. No, I don't see April 20th at all.
I'm looking at them. I'm looking at. It says on the. It doesn't. It's not on the on the front page. It's on the top
You know why?
of our
I think
minutes.
that's a mistake. I think
That's
that's an error.
from the agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's an error because we approved the April 20 minutes.
Right. I remember we did.
Body
It
of
was
the
approved.
minutes.
And that was
Okay.
the header. I just need to.
I think
The
that's-
header printed on the second page.
Yeah.
Right. Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just an error.
Okay. Ladies, did you get to review? Prior
yes.
to-
Good, and
Okay.
I didn't find anything. I didn't find any corrections.
Either did I. Can I get a motion and a second to approve the minutes?
I move we approve the minutes for May 18th, 2021 as presented.
Second.
So it's been moved by Anne and seconded by Gina, and there's no discussion, ladies?
No.
Not for
Okay,
me.
all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's a yes for me, so the motion carries 3-0. Moving on to item number 5, eligibility list. Can I get a motion? to
I move to ratify the eligibility list for, you want 2 separate motions, right? Childcare instructor dated
Yes.
May 27.
Mhm.
I move we approve that.
I second.
eligibility list.
Ladies, is there any discussion on this?
Were they both hired?
So not yet. We have yet to set up interviews. This is just the eligibility list. So
Okay.
both of them are on the eligibility
Oh.
list and it's coming, yes. Isaac
Oh.
will be setting up interviews very soon.
Okay.
Did they take the test already?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
for
they
them
have
to be
to-
placed on the
on the-
eligibility
right.
list, that means they passed the oral and the written examination.
Oh, so both
Okay.
tests. Okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
Any
So I
other?
Doug here.
Okay. Any other questions?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
And that's a yes for me. So the motion carries 3-0.
I
And
move we ratify the eligibility list for Brailleist
Oh, yes. Second.
dated June 2nd.
Sue Lim, is she from Emperor? That name sounds
It is.
familiar.
Yeah, she is a paraprofessional
Wow.
and she's working towards her Brailleist certification. And I'm going to tell you, this position is hard to fill.
Well, of
Uh-huh.
course,
You rarely get applicants. And so
Yeah.
we are so happy that Sue Lim is in the process of obtaining her certification. She passed the test. And at this time, what we did is we created a new examination, actual Brailling examination, courtesy of our VI teachers. And they were really gracious enough to, create an exam, because one thing we don't want to do is hire somebody who can't Braille. So
Right.
Sue Lim passed the test and she is going to be hired for the next school year.
That's great.
Perfect.
She's been working with with our district for a long time
Yes,
as an instructional aide, right, Juris, I believe?
correct,
Mhm.
correct. Mhm.
Anything else,
Excellent.
ladies?
No.
All in favor?
aye.
And that's a yes for me as well. So the motion carries 3-0. And moving on to item number 6 for personnel order. Can I get a motion and a second that we've received personnel order number 2021-18?
I
Go
make,
ahead, Jen.
I make a motion to accept Personnel Order 2021-18.
I second.
Any questions on that?
Any questions on this?
No, thanks.
No, I didn't have any questions.
Oh, maybe it's not this one. No, I just saw the ELD, but I have a question about ELD when we get to that.
Okay,
Oh, the extra hour, or no, not the extra hours. Never mind. Sorry.
all right. All in favor, say aye.
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 And a yes for me. Motion carries 3-0. Moving on to 6B, personnel order number 2021-19. Can I get a motion and a second, please?
I move we accept personnel order number 2119.
Second.
Any questions? I have a couple.
Okay, go ahead.
Gina, did you say you had a question on this one?
I'm looking to see if this is the one on the ELD coordinator, but I'm not sure if it's this one. Go ahead and ask your question.
The noon duty aid, is that for the afternoon cohorts that they needed the extra hours because of in-person learning?
Yes.
Okay, and that was only at Longden.
Well, it
I
was,
see.
we had it
I see.
happen at several sites at certain levels. So I'm not exactly sure when each one came through, but what we had to do, because again, staffing, it was so hard to predict with who was going to come and what we needed. So the noon duty aides that were willing to work different shifts or in addition to their shifts for this temporary extra is what we were able to allow. Yeah.
Was there a high volume of afternoon cohorts at Longden?
I have to, off the top of my head, I would say yes. I think Longden might have been my site where I had more teachers willing to come back. Yeah, I think we did
Okay.
have the most kids at Longden. Yep.
And then my other question is with Tim Rodriguez. What is the classified mentor? Is it a program or?
That was my question also.
It's contractual. It's a negotiated stipend with CSCA 105. So each year they get to select 1 or 2 mentors. And what they would do is make a presentation or sort of training to their members. And the person gets selected by CSCA. So Mr.
Interesting.
Rodriguez, he is the sole applicant, I believe, for this
Right.
coming year's mentor stipend. And he did it last year as well. So he gets to continue what he's presenting. I think, Lucy, do you recall what was the presentation about Cesar Chavez?
Right. Okay.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now-
Okay.
Now, is he on the bargaining unit also?
Yes. This
Okay.
is only for CSCA 105.
Oh, okay.
105. Mhm.
All right.
So Juris, that was what, because I remember a Board of Education presentation where he offered a contest of some sort, a written
Yes.
contest and
Mhm.
art or something like that. Was that what it is?
Part of it, yes.
Okay. Okay. Nice. I loved it. It was amazing. Okay. I think that's it for me.
Yeah, that was my question.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's a yes for me. So the motion carries 3-0. And then we'll move on to item number 7 in business matters. Do we need to make motions to approve these business matters,
Yes, please. Mhm.
Dr. Getty? Okay.
I move that we accept agenda item 7A, a title change only from Chief Business Official to Assistant Superintendent of Business Services.
Second.
I have a question. Is this the
Sure.
one being filled by
Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Yes, Mercedes.
Mercedes,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Okay,
All it is a title change. The
Right.
districts around us, that person is an assistant soup, usually a business. The chief business official name is not used as often.
Falling
I
out of
don't know if
favor.
it's-
okay.
Yeah. And she is a doctorate level. And so it's the title's sort of more matching to her credentials, but it doesn't change pay. It doesn't change anything. It's just a name change.
It
Okay.
just matches, the educational services industry where
Right.
assistant superintendent is the administrator higher management position.
It also makes it easier to rehire for that position.
Yes,
Mhm,
yes.
mhm.
If you have the titles correct.
Exactly.
Okay,
And she will also take over the Citizens Oversight Committee, correct?
I believe so. I didn't
Yeah.
get confirmation. We've been so busy, but I would think that she would. Yes.
Yes.
are you on that, Gina?
Yes.
Mary Ann was in charge of
Oh,
it before.
both of you?
Yes, both of us.
Okay, awesome. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And that's a yes for me. Motion carries 3-0. Moving on to item 7B, classification, specification revisions. Can I get a motion and a second?
So moved.
Is this for the assistants?
This is for the executive
Executive
assistant
assistant
one,
1, 2,
Correct.
3.
3.
Yes.
1, 3, okay.
I think we had
Yes.
talked about this in the last meeting in May.
Yeah, yeah. we
Mhm.
did.
Yes.
Is that a second from you, Gina?
Yes, a second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And a yes from me, so motion carries 3-0. 7C, the reclassification from Program Manager of Childcare to Director of Child Development Programs. Can I get a motion in a second, please?
I've got to get down to it. All right, I move that we that we accept agenda item 7C, which is the reclassification from Program Manager of Childcare to Director of Child Development Programs.
Second?
Any questions on this, ladies?
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And a yes from me, so the motion carries 3-0. And then 7D, the reclassification from Personnel Technician 1 to Technician 2. Can I get a motion and a second, please?
Where's the item?
This one is for Lily, correct?
Right.
Yes, that's correct. It's for our Lily.
Hey,
Yes.
Lily.
I didn't have to think about that one, Lily.
I have to say, Lily has taken on our credentialing, and that alone will actually suffice for reclassification. It's
I think we
Yeah.
can't think about it until we get a motion on the floor, though.
Yeah.
I move that we accept agenda item 7D, reclassification from Personnel Technician 1 to Personnel Technician 2.
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
And a yes from me, so the motion carries 3-0. Thank you, ladies.
That's it.
Report from the director, Dr. Getty. Doctor.
Okay. Juris, do you want to give us just a quick update of where we are with just what's going on and,
Of course. Okay. So the summer is very different. This summer is very different from previous years. It's pretty challenging to say the least. Personnel department is very busy managing summer staff applications, assignments, placements, and notifications. On top of that, we're also processing, end of the year reports, resignations, retirements. We're doing professional growth awards, still processing leave of absence requests, and we're trying to clear people who are, we're trying to get them ready for the next school year. I know the school year has ended, but there are some doctor's notes that we're still processing. I have been individually training departments and sites with Helios. So
Right.
you've heard about Helios. That's when we're trying to move away from paper pencil and streamline our personnel transaction requests and other workflows. So slowly we're training departments, and that has been an enormous help to our department. Still not completely done, but we're getting there. And another exciting plan that is forthcoming is the transition from paper timesheets to electronic.
Wow.
Wow, that's
I
major.
mean, it sounds really exciting, but
Huge.
Mhm.
with that, it comes a lot of work. Actually, tomorrow is our kickoff meeting
Right.
along with
Wow.
business services. So it's a
Awesome.
partnership. Yeah, that will really help us with
Yeah.
leaves and vacation and balances, sick time balances, because now
Awesome,
we can just
awesome,
log in and see everything there. So lots of exciting things happening in our department. Summer is it's actually the busiest time for us. It's when we hire, get ready for the school year and the current school year. And also we get ready for benefits open enrollment that happens beginning of the
Right.
so our summer is
Jam-packed.
It is jam,
jam-packed.
it is jam-packed, and I will take it off from there that summer school has made it 1,000% harder. And I will say there are just a handful of people really deeply involved in the scheduling, the coordinating. Now with all of our ed tech, every little move affects 5 different things. So getting everybody organized, making sure we have everybody on the same page, communicating that out to our families, doing all of that has not been super smooth. We know that. We know we have some families that are not thrilled with us because they either couldn't get a spot or they wanted a distance learning spot and we didn't have distance learning in that subject. There's just many aspects that I think were a bit out of our control. I will say reopening campuses when we started in April and then doing summer school right after that. It was like having 3 openings to a school year. We had our first opening in August that was hard and a lot of work, another opening in April, and then right back to back this summer school opening for June. And I have to say, many of us are really tired. We're really tired, and we are so grateful to our teachers and to our classified staff who decided to work summer. There is an extra pay opportunity for them, but I would say most of these people really are doing it because they know our kids need it, especially our teachers showing up. They're exhausted. All of our teachers are exhausted. I don't blame them for not wanting to teach summer school, but for the ones that could and would, we are so grateful because they have really helped us. With that, with the summer MOU that we have for CSEA 105, they have been able to get an incentive bonus. So they work a certain amount of hours at regular time, and then the rest of the other half of those hours will be at time and a half during that summer school from June 14th to July 15th. So we're excited to be able to do that for them, but that will be an accounting organization that we'll have to do to help everyone on the back end, but we are excited to be able to do that for the 105 members. 823 ended up not passing the MOU, so they didn't want that offer, but it was offered to them. And so here we are, as Juris said, it's our busy time. I will say we will probably be doing less hiring than we normally do during the summer, which I think is really good for us at the moment. I think everyone just needs the globe to stop for just a second. Just give us just a little time to get situated. We have so many new ideas and big things we want to do in personnel, right? We want to build a staff portal where everybody has the documents they need. We want to create little mini lessons to teach people about their contract and what to do when there's a leave, and do onboarding videos, right? When we hire someone, and give them their video from Emperor and they can meet the Emperor family, and give them their video from the high school or from the business services office or wherever they get hired. We have a lot of cool things we want to do, but those take time, and I'm hoping this summer we get some of that time. The reason we don't have as much hiring to do as of right now, we don't have a lot of retirements. We never know. That could happen at any time, but we don't have a lot of resignations or retirements. Enrollment is down. So I don't have a need to hire a lot of teachers. So with that, my classified, poor Isaac, as soon as he started, just jumped right in, and we've just been, that's all he does is just interview, hire, and get it set up. And he just does so much of that. And with that, we filled a lot of our vacancies, not all, there are a few more, but I just don't see a huge need during the summer for hiring. So we'll see, which I'm actually.
Well, you offered that bonus last year to retirees and you didn't this year. So of course you're not going to have nearly as many people.
You would hope, right? Exactly. So, although you don't know, COVID, a lot of people found retirement nice. So ending COVID, just they're done. But I think a lot of people are also excited to come back and try to get back to some sort of normalcy. So with that, that's sort of where we are in a nutshell. We did have our annual leadership retreat yesterday. We were able to go off-site to the Langham Hotel in Pasadena, and
Oh,
Wow, that's nice.
they hadn't been able to host anyone, so I think we got a really sweet deal. It really
I'm sure
wasn't
you did.
super expensive, right? So they gave us a meeting room and they served us lunch inside, and beautiful Mexican buffet. And we had all of our principals there in the morning to go over budget and personnel issues, and just not issues, personnel processes. So we could to really talk about, why do we do a PTR? Why do we do things this way? What is hard for you? What can we do in our office to make it easier for you, and so forth. So it was a really lovely day. And then our assistant principals joined us in the afternoon. And we just talked about various issues of just how we can, start the year off on a good note, and with a plan, and be able to move Temple City forward. So it was a really, really good day.
That's great. I love your ideas about training and videos, and those are something
Yeah.
we've never had before.
and it'll be really helpful.
It's
So,
very
I
helpful.
like the videos, and that people can go back to them again and again if they don't.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Right.
Yeah, once you do
Right.
them, you have them in your, files, and it's
Right.
great. It's great to have.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm excited to get some of those projects off the ground, and I agree. And when we did our customer service survey for staff, there were deficits. We could see where we weren't necessarily meeting their needs, not because we weren't meeting their needs, because they didn't know we were meeting their needs, or they didn't know what the needs were, And so I think just educating our members on what their contract says. I don't think all of the members in each of the unions really understands their contract all the time, or why things are done a certain way. Sometimes they just think, oh, the district does this. Well, it's not the district. It's either governed by your contract or board policy or ed code, or there's generally something. It's rarely something that we get to decide how we want to do something.
Personnel commission rules.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
always say,
Yeah.
that's the highlight of what we talked about yesterday, right?
Yeah.
Hannah?
Oh,
Personnel
really?
commission Rules,
Okay.
yes.
Because they don't know. And a lot of people don't
Yeah.
know. But we talked about, when there's a classified opening, you have to fly it for 15 days, right? So when
Yeah.
people get so frustrated, why does it take so long to fill a spot? Because there are rules. And
There
those
are
rules
rules,
were
right.
set for equitable practices. That's the concept behind it. So there is a reason. We might not all like the rules, but it was to protect and make sure that equity is at the forefront, that we're being fair to everyone.
And I think this whole thing is so important to communicate to, the staff members and the stakeholders, because a lot of them do not understand the processes that need
Right.
to take place. And so they get frustrated, or irritated because something's not moving fast enough.
Right.
So
You're 100%
definitely
right.
it will facilitate better communication and better understanding of all that.
Agreed. I
That's
completely agree.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So lots of projects. So I'm
Yay.
excited to be able to work, but summer's going to go like this. And
Oh,
so many
yeah.
people have asked, like, oh, do you have summer plans? Are you going to can you get some time off? And, I can get some time off in October. Like, we just have to get through this part, but summer's really, like Jura said, it's a really hard time, because you're ending and beginning, and it's all happening at the same time. And as soon as you get cleaned up, you have benefits opening up, right? We're so
Right.
excited to have Isaac, who can focus on the classified desk, so Lucy can just primarily do benefits. Because
Right.
before, everybody's sort of pitching in on benefits.
doing-
Lucy was sort of our resident expert with it, but then she's also got this busy classified desk. That was just way too hard to manage. So
Yeah.
we're very much looking forward to that. On another forefront of news, we have been collaborating with our insurance committee, which is some members. It's basically the leadership of 105 and 823, along with our TCEA members, a few of them, leadership, and then a couple other members. We are working with a consultant, Burnham, to reevaluate and look at our benefits. I think one of the lowest points of Temple City, of working in Temple City, is how much our benefits cost. So we are excited to be able to offer some opportunities for change. It's, we're not there yet, but we've been working with them. Burnham's done a really great job of informing us and giving us information. They did an 1.5-hour session with our insurance committee to explain to them the quotes that they've gotten and, what it looks like. We are expecting CalPERS will have a rather large increase, and it is something that everybody needs to be prepared for. So that's why possibly leaving CalPERS is on the table, is looking at, and this is when you talk about education, so important. As soon as I say CalPERS, everyone thinks it's retirement. They think something I'm doing with the retirement. it's completely separate. Our health benefits are through CalPERS,
Right.
unrelated to retirement. So I
Mhm.
have to make sure that messaging is clear because people are
Right.
going to panic and I don't want them to. But leaving CalPERS gives us some opportunity if we so decide to do that. We're not there yet, but knowing that they're going to have a rather large increase, knowing we've got these better quotes and that even give us better coverage, less out of pocket. You know, I'm hoping that we can offer people more. Our goal is definitely throughout the years to increase the district's contribution, but that's all negotiable, and it's negotiable with 3 different unions in 3 different ways. But we'd like to look at revamping that so that we can get to a point where at least maybe we could offer every employee as close to free benefits as possible, right? Maybe not their families, we can offer them families at a cost, but if we can say, if you work for us, we offer you, you know, free medical, dental, life insurance, that would be my goal. I would hope to be able to do that or get very close to that. So the point where, you know, they're not spending half of their check on their
Right.
benefits.
Right.
We
Yeah,
have
that's true.
several employees who literally lose half of their check to the benefits.
I
They
know.
work just
Mhm.
for benefits.
But that's covering their whole family, correct?
Right, right.
Yeah.
Now is the employee paid for or no, they have to still pay?
They still have to pay.
depends.
So
Okay.
that's my goal, is to, if we could at least cover every employee and then
Right.
give a tiered benefit contribution towards families, that would be, you know, I'd
Right.
be
That would be
happy, I'd love to be able
huge.
to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. That would be
The
huge.
one topic that comes up a lot is, you know, life choices are life choices. If you have 5 kids, if I choose to have no kids, you know, that's where it becomes equitable, right? Is the district paying more money to the person who has 5 kids to the person, you know, what is the
Mm.
person who has no kids, right? And so
Wow.
it becomes this weird situation. So I think if everybody gets the same thing for themselves, then maybe everybody can see, okay, whatever else the district offers for a benefit plan for people with families, it's unrelated because I didn't lose anything. I got myself
Mhm.
covered, right?
Right.
So
Yep. Yeah.
that's where we're headed, but it's not going to happen overnight. But in the next few years, if we can get there, I think that would be a huge accomplishment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that would be great.
Lots of work for us to do.
Actually, hope
Yeah,
you'll
Yeah,
get
but
more
you're gonna get all
information.
kinds of candidates in that case. If they find that out, you'll have some
Right?
really good candidates.
You're going back to the way it was years ago. When I first started working for the district, 100% of our benefits were paid by the district.
Wow. Wow.
Nice. Wow. Okay.
But you guys had less
before the
employees.
days that
Yeah.
insurance got totally out of hand.
Right. Right.
Mhm.
And I've heard that CalPERS is maybe going to go up as much as 50%,
Mhm.
maybe more.
Oh my gosh.
Yep. Yep.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Getty.
Thank
Are you ever going to get used to that, Dr. Getty?
No, it's so weird when you say it. It's so weird.
We want to officially congratulate Dr.
Yes,
Getty.
congratulations. We're so proud of you.
Thank you
Very
so much.
proud.
Thank you.
That's a
Thank you
lot
very much.
of work.
Woo.
All right, moving on to matters from the commission. Ladies, anything?
I just want to thank the ladies and gentlemen. I'm so used to just saying the ladies
know,
and
I
personnel
know.
and gentlemen of all the work that you've been doing, you've done, and will be doing. You guys are so awesome
Yeah.
and on top of everything. And I just want to thank you for keeping us informed and available to whenever I called. I'm sure any of us, you're always available to us. So thank you so much. And that includes you too, Hannah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I'm getting good vibes from people about things that the district is doing for the kids, especially graduation and things like that. I think that was awesome. I think that's something, and it has nothing to do with us, but having been to graduations for too many years to count, we've gotten so big that I think it's a perfect location for us. You know, they have almost unlimited people that they can invite, and there's wonderful parking, and it just makes a lot of sense to me to do it that way. And it's so much easier for our H23 people to set up one site in the district
Right.
for 1 week of graduations and not have to be switching things around all the time.
Mhm.
It just makes all
That
kinds
was
of,
such a
I
smart
agree.
idea. Wow.
Logistically, it was, much
Yeah.
better.
we've gotten so big that our graduating classes have gotten so large at the high school that it's really tough to accommodate everybody with what we have.
Yeah.
I was able to attend 2 of the promotions because my kids promoted from Emperor and Oak. And I have to say, I mean, the stage, everything was just so well
looked so
done.
Nice.
It looked amazing. The flowers, the decorations, everything was just amazing.
Wow, great.
And I know from seeing pictures from the graduation from the senior class, that was really nice too,
Yeah, I
having
think
it at the
so.
racetrack. Yeah, so it was good. And then, you know, with grad nights, having it at the, was it the golf and
Golf and stuff. I
golf
think
and, yeah,
yeah.
golf and stuff. I heard that that was pretty good too. I heard it went pretty
kids had a
well.
Good time.
Yeah, they had a good time. So I want to thank you all for all that you did to make that happen. The hard work that went into that. I'm sure you guys were like this the whole week, you know, and the week prior. So thank you all very much, and to Dr. Fricker and her cabinet and personal department. Thank you.
See, that just goes to prove the pandemic has done some good.
There
because
is.
So
this
I think it's
wouldn't have
made, yeah, I think it's made us stronger, and
been
you
stronger
know,
and positive changes
yeah,
have come along. So
yeah. Okay, that's it for me. And then do we need to go into closed session? We do not, right? We do.
We'd like to for just a short bit, just
Okay.
updates. Yeah.
Okay, can I get a motion in a second to go to closed session?
I move we adjourn to closed session.
a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Yes, for me, that carries 3-0. So we'll go into closed session.
All right.
Wait for Magic Andy.
Do we have to wait for the,
Yeah.
okay, because last time I left early, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna leave.
No, we have to wait till the breakout room.
Oh, okay, till the thing
Yeah.
pops up. Okay,
All right, here you go.
Thank
Thank
you.
awesome.
Andy.